Good morning. Welcome, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Look who's back.
I'm back!
So,
Good
how was your
morning,
dysentery?
everybody! What?
How was your dysentery?
It sucked. I felt like I was dying.
You wanna fill in what happened?
So don't come for me in the comments, but I ate some bad cottage cheese and I went to my job and I got sick. And oh, you didn't even hear about this part. I was laying in the back of my vehicle and I made one of my parents come up and drive my vehicle back to my house.
I did hear about this.
Oh, I told you about this?
Uh-huh.
Oh, well, I made them
You
drive my
said,
vehicle back to my house.
you said, Frendo, I felt like I was dying in the back seat of my car. I wanted to go home and I had to wait for Diddy.
I told him I wasn't. I told him I wasn't driving. My dad was at his buddy's house, and I told him I was like, I got sick at work. I think I have food poisoning. I'm laying in the back seat of my car. Can you come drive me home? He goes, I'm nowhere near you right now. He goes, and you like muster up the courage to drive yourself? He goes, he's like, you're grown. Can you drive yourself?
No, Daddy, I'm dying of dysentery.
I told him I was like, I don't want to move. I literally got told I could leave work, and I went and crawled in the back seat of my car. I didn't even try to get in the front seat.
I'm gonna take a nap. If you're not here by the time I wake up, I'm just gonna call in sick tomorrow, too.
He goes, all right, give me a minute. And he
Take your time,
drove up
Daddy. I'll
there.
still be here.
He drove up there because I was laying in the back seat, and I'm like, man, I told him I needed to go home. My vehicle is still parked in the parking lot. They're probably gonna send an ambulance because they probably watched me crawl into the back seat of my car. And I'm not saying I just sat down in the back seat and laid down. No, I crawled into the back seat of my car.
This man, I was texting him as he was in the bathroom. He said, "I've been here for a while." I didn't stop to ask how long a while was, because he has fits and bursts where he just sits on the toilet for hours. Sometimes, because that's where he be.
Sometimes those shits be long, man.
So I'm just like, all right, well, hurry up. We still have things to record. And he's like, I've been here for a while. I don't know when I'm leaving. And I'm like, okay. So I give him a little over half an hour, and then I text him again to make sure, like, he's not dead on the toilet.
It was coming out of both ends.
And I'm sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting. An hour has passed, and I still have no response. I'm like, we still have to record tonight, right? And he's like, yeah, no, he's dead. There was no answer. I don't get an answer until the next day. Not next morning, not next evening, the next day.
I woke up on my bathroom floor.
He said, hey man, I didn't mean to pass out on you, but like, I died on my floor last night. I don't even remember falling asleep, but I
woke up in my bed.
Yeah, I passed out on the floor in the bathroom and woke up in my bed. I don't know how I got there. So, you ready to record later? Because I gotta be at my job in like not even 2 hours. I'm like, you're still going in when you literally just said you passed out on the floor after very harsh vomiting and shitting your brains out. He's like, yeah, no, I gotta go or else I'm gonna be fired.
I didn't want to be fired.
I was like, all right, yeah, no, that's what's up. But, you don't gotta go in. They can't make you go in when you literally have food poisoning. Meanwhile, this man works, I'm not gonna give the place, but he works in a fucking kitchen. He works in a kitchen, and they're forcing him with food poisoning to go in.
See,
Like,
how that happened was I called and told them I still had food poisoning and everything, and I still wasn't feeling good. And my boss told me, he goes, "All right, well, I need you to get checked out." Your boy doesn't have medical insurance, so your boy could not, in fact, go get checked out.
you can go to the hospital. They can't charge, like, you have payments. They can't make you pay it all at once. Go to like fucking MedExpress or some shit.
Well, you just said that your boy works in the kitchen, so obviously your boy doesn't make that much because it ain't no gourmet place.
No. but
So your
they
boy,
can't. If you tell them you can't pay, they have to offer you like payment options. They're not just gonna be like, paid in full, or we're gonna revoke your health. They can't do that.
Your boy can't afford the payments either right now. Life is hard.
You can afford the payments if you're not dying in a fucking bathroom.
My check was so bad this week.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Yeah, it was terrible. And because I worked supposed to work like 4 days this week, which is like kind of one of my shorter weeks. Worked 4 days. I was supposed to work 4 days this week. I showed up for like one full day, one half a day, and then I was there for not even 5 minutes.
Yeah, the next day when he was supposed to work like not even 2 hours before he woke up in his bed after sleeping on the bathroom floor for some extent of time.
I was supposed to work at 4. I had gotten up at 2
and was back out in 5 minutes.
Yeah. I walked in, and my boss, which is the one right above the one that answered the phone, he told me, he goes, "I thought you called off." And I was like, "I got told I had to go get checked out, and I don't have medical insurance." And he told me, he goes, "Oh." I was like, "Yeah."
Oh.
He was like, "Well, can't you get it like state medical insurance?" I was like, "I don't know. I haven't tried."
I mean, you should be able to.
Oh, I haven't tried that yet. I need to make a couple phone calls. Anyways. And he told me, he goes,
you do need to do that.
He told me, he goes, "Well, how are you feeling?" And I was like, "You want to be honest? I don't feel good." He goes, "Just go home, man." And I was like, "Are you sure?" He goes, "Yeah, we got enough people. Just go home." So I was like, "All right, thank you." And I clocked out and I went home.
If somebody got sick from your food poisoning, they could sue.
I didn't even go near the dishes, though, or anything like that.
But that's the thing. If you were forced to work, because we all know no one cares. Bosses don't actually care about their employees when it comes to normal jobs. They don't care whatsoever.
No.
If you had to work and they forced you to work and risked you losing your job to not come in working, and someone got sick with food poisoning because you were sick with food poisoning, they could have sued because of it if they found out that you were sick and were doing this, because that's a health code violation.
Yeah, no, they definitely could have.
Yeah. And you being forced to work while you have food poisoning is also a health code violation.
Who that would have been on? Someone that's not me.
If you think your job doesn't value you, it's not. You don't need to stay. You don't. Look somewhere else. There's another job that will value you. I guarantee you. Because once managers and shit know that you're not going to put effort if they don't value what you're doing, they don't care anymore. And be like, yeah, no, sure, yeah.
See, my boss, he values what I do. He values my work. My underboss, he could not care less.
Yeah, no, yeah, it shows.
yeah, it's a great day off.
I bet it is.
I
Uh-huh.
want to mention it was not a day off. I'm recording this about what time is it right now? Okay. So currently it's 2:40 in the morning. So I'm recording this about 3 hours after I had just gotten off work.
The
I had
next
worked.
Saturday. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah. I had worked a closing shift today. I work a closing shift most days. Not tomorrow though. I'm
You
pretty happy
worked
about it.
closing last Saturday and opening Sunday morning.
I did.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And I'm basically doing the same thing this weekend too. But they don't have me that long. So it's a great it's not really, I'm not there at opening though. So, it's better.
It's better. Take his word for it. It's better. We'll go with
Well, see,
better.
I normally close, so I normally leave around like 11 o'clock, normally 11:30, somewhere around there.
Uh-huh.
I leave work tomorrow about 7, 8 o'clock. So I'm pretty happy about that.
Uh-huh.
Listen, man. And then I'm off for 2 days, which is chef's kisses. It's fucking amazing.
Uh-huh.
I can't wait.
So how'd you like my week of videos? You were telling me beforehand.
I thought they were really good, man. I think you need to do more.
I have a hard time you don't know how much I cut out of those videos.
I was laughing at watching you struggle to read. I'm
Oh
not
my
gonna lie.
god. I cut out of all 3 videos, I cut probably like 20 minutes out of them.
Your last
Like
video was an
total.
hour long.
No, the middle video was over an hour.
Was
The
it?
Deli one, it was an hour and change.
Yeah. What was going on there, man? We don't ever record for an hour video.
Okay, see, I don't know how long these games run because the runtime. Okay, I wish on Steam, all those games were from Steam because I left the Steam links in the description. I wish on Steam like how they require it. If it's an indie game, it's up there. If it's multiplayer, it's up there. If it's single player, it's up there, and like stuff like that. I wish they had the run times listed. Like a normal runtime. If you're just going through once, not like trying to get every achievement, not trying to get every brand, like just a normal runtime of the game, because there has to be game testers and everything. So like
Right.
they have to have some sort of knowledge to how long their game is.
Right.
And I wish that that was not a requirement, but like a place that you could put it up there. Like there should be some listing of how long the game is for like streamers or recorders, or just if you don't have a lot of time, you don't know how long a game is, or if it's gonna be like hours or a few minutes. I was trying to look for shorter games, and those games were on the shorter side. It didn't say how long. I don't think any of the games said how long they were, because I was checking the comments to see how long everybody played, and it was usually around an hour or a little under for most people. But I was also reading out loud everything,
Right.
so
Right.
it was gonna be different. I wish there was a place on Steam that you could see the duration of the game length, because you can add and subtract like time if you go different routes, or if you're reading out loud versus in your head, which is gonna be obviously a lot slower, then you can just add that time in and all that. But there's literally no way of knowing how long a game is unless it's put in the comments, or if the team themselves put it in there. But Steam doesn't require you to put any amount of time on, so I never knew how long a game would actually run. That's why they were so much longer. There was nothing I could cut out of them to make it shorter without cutting parts of the game out.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I didn't want them to run on super long, but I had no choice. Out of all 3 games, I probably cut like 20 minutes of me stuttering and not reading correctly out. So you're
Right.
welcome on that front. I can't read to save my life. I had a lot of fun with the fishy game. Out of the 3 of them, that was my absolute favorite game to record because it did all the
Watch
voices and everything, and I thought it was really cute, and
uh,
the art and everything was beautifully done.
watching you do the voices while trying to read made me die. Like I was cracking up watching you try to read and remember voices and who voiced what
Oh
and
my
everything else,
god,
and then stuttering with the words. It was so funny.
I don't know how people do that. So much props to you that like you remember which voices you give which character. Cause that shit is so difficult for my brain to do. I didn't write anything down, which if I'm doing something, I usually write everything down. But I was short on time because I had to figure out which games I wanted to do, because I'm like, we can't have a week of nothing going up. So I had to quickly scramble and get some games downloaded to do it on my own and get everything set up. And like, it took me literally all night to do all 3 of these games.
Ooh.
I was up, I think I stopped texting you at like 3 in the morning.
Yeah, something like that.
I gave up texting you at like 3 or something, and I didn't stop like recording until I want to say like around 8 or 9. I was up all morning figuring out what games I could record, figuring out what games would work, figuring out what levels to make everything. I had to stop and start and stop and start and stop and start and make sure everything was at the proper levels, because I have it all recorded onto one. I don't have separate audio files for everything. Everything is recorded all into one. That's why sometimes I'm louder than him and he's louder than me and the game's louder than both of us. That's why that's like that, and I apologize for me not being a professional in recording it properly, but that's a lot of work, and you know, I'm just not in it sometimes. I don't feel like doing it. I do usually check the audio levels if it's not like a consistent thing like this,
Right.
but it's, with me doing that on my own, I could check it as much as I want, so I wasn't holding you up, because you work in the morning and you have other shit going on, whereas I don't.
Yeah, my life is hectic right now.
So it was just, it was a lot of trial and error on my end. But I did have a lot of fun doing the games. I thought they were fun to do. I thought it was cool having games back for once.
Yeah. For those who don't know, a little sneak peek into my hectic life. I'm looking into getting a new house, so that's fun. I'm looking into getting a new house.
Moving in with a buddy.
Moving in with a buddy. We're talking about moving in together, make rent a little bit easier. Then still working on, a job, because can't afford rent without a job.
That do be how jobs work.
Then still got a car payment at the moment. So, bills. That's fun. Does anyone want to take my place as an adult? You can have it.
No, I'm good. I got all my shit paid for.
What's it like having a VGG?
It's very nice.
That must be nice. I don't got one of those. For those who don't remember, I am also still single. Ladies. So, I'm getting my, in other terms, getting my shit together as an adult.
Sure, we'll go with that.
I'm working on getting my shit together as an adult.
There it is. There's the one.
Listen, man, being fucking grown's hard. You know, as an adult, I'm working on getting my shit together.
Every adult's gonna tell you the same thing.
I should have listened to my father when he used to tell me you're gonna fucking hate being an adult. I didn't listen to him. God, should I have listened to him?
I was never told that because I was an adult a lot earlier than you.
Yeah. My father used to tell me you're gonna fucking hate it when you get to this age. You're gonna fucking it's all gonna be terrible. Life sucks. And I'm like, I know life sucks, Dad, but I wanna be grown. And he's like, you don't wanna be fucking grown.
I never said I wanted to grow up.
You didn't get the choice.
Yeah, I was forced into that life. So.
But here we are.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Two grown men talking to each other in the middle of the night.
Literally.
For other viewers to watch us. Yay.
Listen to us, bitch. Glad you like it.
Listen to us bitch about our fucking lives. Hope you enjoy the Ruffled Feathers podcast.
We're bitching about how our feathers are hella ruffled.
You know what really ruffles my feathers? Adulting. Being grown ruffles my feathers. Someone take it back.
Take the feathers. I want my baby fluff back.
I want my feathers unruffled.
Yeah, no, yeah. Sucks, huh?
It does indeed.
I remember saying when I was younger that I wanted to leave. Not necessarily grow up. But I was never told you don't want to grow up because I was already grown. I was raising two kids from a time that I shouldn't have been raising two kids. So,
I wanted to grow up because I wanted to do all the things that adults could do. Now I'm grown and I do things I'm not supposed to do, and you know, life's just hard, man. I do the things that I'm not supposed to do because, you know, I do what most adults do, and I now see why most adults do it, but I do it for a different reason.
Sure, I guess.
I'm not throwing myself under the bus to what I do. I'm not a crackhead, for those who are thinking.
I'm not a crackhead. I want to make that very clear.
I don't do crack or meth.
I don't partake in the rocky kind.
I don't partake in the droges. The devil's lettuce is the only thing. Shut up! The devil's lettuce is the only thing.
This man literally texted me and said, I liked last week's videos. I was watching one of them. I put one of them on my TV, and I was on my phone, and I was high.
I was.
And I thought I was on the phone with you. I was gonna say, friendo, this dude sounds like you. Motherfucker was watching one of the videos from last week.
I was watching one of the videos that was strictly just him, and I didn't hear me, which was odd to my brain because, you know, when I watch a video knowing it's us, I expect to hear me too. And I didn't hear me, so I was playing on my phone while watching the video on my TV. And I'm like, friendo, you should watch this guy. He sounds just like you. And I got no response. And I was like, hold on, I'll tell you what his name is. I scroll down and I see that's our channel, the Stupid Goose Gaming channel. And I was like, oh, it's our channel.
Yeah.
And I still got no response. And I'm like, oh, I'm not on the phone.
No. And this is why you don't do the drugs, kids.
I was pretty high. Listen, man, adulting's hard. Kids, sometimes you just gotta smoke a bowl.
No, stop it.
Sorry, adults, sometimes you just gotta smoke a bowl.
No.
Senior citizens, sometimes.
No. No drugs.
My arms smell like food.
What? I'm sorry. What? You know what? I don't want to know. I don't care. I don't want to know.
Just got off work, man. I work in a kitchen.
Why are you smelling your arms? Is more the question.
I'm laying on my bed and I had my head on my arm and I smelt my bicep and it smells like food.
That's weird.
I agree. Why do I smell like food?
No, why are you smelling your arm?
We're getting different things from this.
Apparently.
Like I said, kids, sometimes.
No. Sometimes you need a better co-host because sometimes you're funnier on your own is what I've learned from last week.
Sorry. Like I said, middle-aged men with comb-over haircuts going through the midlife crisis. Sometimes.
Oh, Fredo, it sounds like you. You and your bald spot. Friday's video was our 200th video.
What?
Friday's video was our 200th video.
And you did it all by yourself. How do you feel about that?
It feels pretty fucking sucky. But hey, I learned I could do it. I don't actually need you. You're
Remember that
as a backup.
Remember me, though I have to say goodbye.
Sometime. Remember him.
Me. Dysentery comes and goes. Remember me.
Dysentery comes and goes because you're stupid. You ate cottage cheese. What? How'd you not know it was bad, buddy?
Shut up,
maybe because
friendo.
you don't smell things before it goes in your hole.
Let me tell you how this happened. Okay, so I opened my fridge.
Fill me in.
I opened my fridge, right?
Yeah.
And there's some cottage cheese there, looking all smacktacular. Mind you, I will not eat cottage cheese after this experience.
As you shouldn't. It looks like rejected cheese. Why the fuck would you eat it in the first place?
There was some cottage cheese in my fridge.
Yeah.
And I didn't remember when it was bought.
So you don't check the date. You don't smell it.
Shut up. How am I supposed to finish this story? Save your comments for the end. Anyways, so I open it and it didn't look right. It didn't look right.
Oh, hold on.
But
you said it didn't look right. It didn't look right, and you proceeded to put it into your body.
Remember when I said save your comments for the end?
No! I have the right to judge you in the middle.
Anyways, so I tasted it. You know, gotta give it the old taste test. And, you know, some didn't taste right. So I was like, oh, okay, well, I normally add salt and pepper into my cottage cheese. Maybe that's what's going on here.
Yeah, that's what's wrong.
So I added the salt and the pepper, and I tasted it, and it still didn't taste right. So I added some more salt and pepper. And some more salt and pepper.
How many times did you fucking taste it?
And 3 times before I was like, oh, okay, well,
it took you 3 times. It took you 3 times before you're like, yeah, no, that shit's fucked.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that shit was fucked. I finished the container.
What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
It was half a container. My brain told me.
Hold on. It was half a container. You said it took you 3 bites before you're like, yeah, no, this shit's fucked. And you proceeded to finish half of a container of very bad cottage cheese after you figured out 3 bites in that maybe I shouldn't, and then proceeded to eat it.
I didn't think this shit was fucked when I ate it. I tasted it and I was like, okay, well, it doesn't taste as normal, but you know, it's still probably
It doesn't taste as normal, but it's good enough, I guess.
thought maybe it's just a different brand. I don't
A
know.
different brand.
Maybe they changed their recipe. I don't know. I'm not the recipe maker. So I ate it, and I was feeling all right. I was feeling pretty okay.
Uh-huh.
And I got to work. About I had a little bit of a tummy ache, but I was like, oh, maybe I just ate it too fast. Something
I
simple.
ate it too fast. Maybe it was spoiled like 3 months ago.
Tomato. Anyways, something simple. But about
Tomato
2 hours,
sun-kissed lemon.
2 hours in, I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom. My stomach's hurting. So I go to the bathroom. I threw up twice.
Uh-huh.
So I came out of the bathroom, made sure I washed my hands, just so no dirties. I walked over to the office. I was like, I threw up twice. I'm going home. He was like, all right.
Froed up.
And he was like, all right, man, clock out, go home. Let me know how you're feeling tomorrow. And I was like, okay. So I clocked out. I went outside. I laid in the back seat of my car. And I was there for a good 15 minutes before I decided to call somebody.
I decided to call for help after 15 minutes of, I'm dying.
I was laying in the back seat watching Family Guy on my phone.
I needed something to make me a little happier.
I need something to take my mind off my stomach, so I decided to watch Family Guy in the backseat of my car until my parents got there.
Were you a I froed up kid that went and told your parents, or were you the kid that was like, they don't gotta know?
No, I was the kid because I couldn't handle the smell of throw up, so I wouldn't clean it myself. So I used to go and tell them, I'd be like, I threw up. I throwed it up.
I was thinking about asking, and then I remembered the time when we were all on a Skype call at like 4 or 5 in the morning.
I was so high at that one.
This man took what was it? Was it like a 200?
It was a 500 milligram edible.
500. He took a 500. And then proceeded to lay there as we're calling for him and try not to puke. This man throws up all the chicken nuggies he just ate onto the floor, and he leaves, and he comes back with a fucking vacuum. Like, why did you bring a vacuum? So and he's like, I need to vacuum the throw up. No! You don't vacuum throw up! You're gonna, ew, bad.
I was too up in the clouds to understand good judgment. My brain said, "There's a vacuum cleaner there that can do something," and I said, "There's a vacuum cleaner that can do something."
So this man, at probably close to like 5 in the morning, was going to vacuum up still almost full chicken nuggets he just puked up. And thank God we were still on the phone.
That could have been one crazy night. No, because I was they were on the phone, and I had them set up on my nightstand. And I literally was in a ball, like fetal position in a ball. And my bed was spinning.
my bed was going in fucking circles, guys. I was on a roller coaster of hell.
Let's go back like half an hour. I was talking to Friendo. I was like, well, I'm not feeling anything. They probably just sold me some fake stuff. That was probably just a normal gummy bear. I don't know. Just the normal. And then I started feeling it.
Yeah, no, and 500 milligrams of feeling it will get you there pretty fast.
My brain said, oh, we're hungry. And I was like, oh my God, we're hungry. What's here? And I had made chicken nuggets about 10 minutes prior to this.
This man wolfed them down.
I did. I did not. I noticed when I threw up that I did not chew.
He said, I need to get these in me at any rate possible. The faster, the better.
I was swallowing chicken nuggets whole and not even realizing it. I don't know how I did it. I've never seen someone swallow a chicken nugget whole with no drink, but I was swallowing them whole and not even realizing it. So I'm laying in the fetal position in my bed. My bed is spinning like I'm on Mars. And I'm literally with my eyes wide open watching my room go in circles and I'm not moving.
Instead of closing your eyes to combat the spinning, you open them as wide as possible
See,
and watch and wait.
my brain said if my eyes are closed, it could be a lot worse. But if they're open, then I can see what's happening.
They can't get nothing past these motherfuckers.
They can't get nothing past my eyes. And then next thing I know, I throw up on the floor. I look up at my phone and I'm like, I just puked. And they're like, no, you did not. And I was like, I did. It's on the floor.
It's all chicken nuggets.
Yeah. And I was like, I'll be right back. And I grab the vacuum cleaner that's on the other side of my room. I come back in front of he goes, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, I gotta vacuum it. I threw up. He goes, no, yeah, I know. Why are you trying to vacuum it? I was like, well, am I not?
There was no thought process.
There was no possible way for a thought process at that point.
That gummy bear took a hold of your brain. Said, hold on here. I got the steering wheel now.
That was the most weed I've consumed in one sitting. Am I allowed to say that on here?
You just did, so...
Bleep it out. Say that is the most Christ I have consumed in one blessing. I don't know.
Stop making more work for me. I'm not doing that. We've been sitting here talking about how you're 500 milligrams deep.
That was a flight risk and a half.
I mean, hey, at least you were in your room, I guess.
I was high as shit and no one told me to buckle my seatbelt because we were about to go and take liftoff. And I spun around because no one told me to buckle my seatbelt.
To be fair, I did tell you right after you took it that was too fucking much. But, you know, yeah. Fuck me, I guess.
My brain said, you'll be fine. You do this a lot. My brain had never felt the power of 500 milligrams in one bite.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, I had also taken it with my brother who was here at the time. And he, from what I heard, he had a pretty good night too. Because he thought the same thing. He thought it was fake, that we just bought some fake stuff. And apparently he spent the night in the bathroom.
Well, at least he made it to the fucking bathroom, unlike somebody.
I couldn't stand.
I couldn't stand. I couldn't close my eyes. If I blinked, my world was gonna end. What do you want from me?
If I blinked, I was gonna be walking with Neil Armstrong on moon. Was Neil Armstrong the one that went to the moon? Lance? Someone Armstrong went to the moon. I would have been dancing on the moon with whichever Armstrong brother it was.
I was gonna be on the moon with fucking Buzz Lightyear.
To infinity and beyond.
That's what they should have named it.
Honestly, they should have. Because that shit will make you feel like you're flying to infinity and beyond.
Jeez.
It was a fun time though. I had a good time.
Oh,
after
did
I
you?
threw up,
Did you? Yeah, he proceeded to clean up his puke and then immediately pass out.
Yeah. No. My after I cleaned up, I had one of the best sleeps.
After I got it all out of my system, I took a good old nap.
It was a great
It was a great time.
10 out of 10 would do it again.
This is why you don't do drugs.
Yeah, that's also why I drink.
Nope.
I don't know why people don't like drinking, man. I have fun with it.
Yeah?
People don't like the aftermath of drinking. I don't get hangovers. Is that weird?
I mean, I don't drink. Period.
Well, yeah, but did you? Yeah, you drank at a time, I'm sure, at one point in your life.
Yeah.
Did you ever get hangovers?
No.
Neither did I. That's weird. I drank this one time, and
I mean,
I
I got
drank
headaches, but I didn't get like the I'm nauseous hangovers.
right
But
after I
that's because I wasn't drinking water with it. If you drink water, then you'll be fine. It's just an imbalance. You're not hydrated.
yeah.
If you
After
drink banana smoothies, it's really good.
Huh.
Because the potassium opens your the you knows.
yeah, the knows.
God, I can't fucking remember.
After I finished drinking that night, I drank half a gallon of chocolate milk. And everyone before I passed out, everyone was telling me, they're like, "Oh, you're gonna regret that. You're gonna be puking. You're gonna be this, that, and the other." I slept like a baby.
You
I
had
did
nothing
not
in your system.
I did not puke. No, I was eating too. But I did not puke. I did not wake up with a hangover or anything. I felt great.
Well, you had you had shit in your system.
Huh?
People who get hangovers are just like constantly drinking, not drinking anything other than alcohol, which closes your, is it arteries? It's not arteries. Is it your veins? What the fuck does it close?
I don't know.
Hold on.
But they say like milk will curdle in your stomach if you're like drinking it while you're drinking alcohol. They say it like curdles in your stomach. And it did not for me. I had a good time. I don't think I've ever had a bad time drinking, honestly, because I don't get hangovers or anything.
Alcohol increases urination and excessive loss of fluids. Yeah, it's dehydration. Hangovers are literally fucking dehydration.
Yeah.
That's it.
I woke up the other night like 4 a.m. My bladder was full because I had been drinking.
Uh-huh.
So my bladder was full.
That's why it's like common for like when you drink a beer, you're gonna be pissing the beer away because
I don't like beer.
that's what it does.
I don't like beer. I like twisted teas.
I don't drink. I can't drink. It hurts my stomach. The smell of alcohol hurts the fuck out of my stomach. Like she likes a glass of wine every once in a while. So like she'll get one of the casks of boxed wine or a bottle or something likewise.
Right.
And drink that. I can't. It hurts to be in the same room with the smell. As soon as she's done, I'll make her wash the glass out. I can't handle the smell of alcohol. It burns my stomach so fucking bad.
Like a young GERD.
Huh?
Said probably because you have GERD.
Yeah. I never liked the smell. I used to drink. I never liked the smell though. I literally only drank to get drunk. Not because I like the taste, not because I like the smell. I was drinking my problems away.
I drink because it's fun. I chugged a Four Loko once. That was a mistake.
I've only had, I think it was a strawberry pucker vodka.
I can't drink vodka. It makes me aggressive.
Most things make me aggressive.
See, any other alcohol, I'm fine with. I have fun. But if it's vodka, I want to fight. I don't care.
I can't
You
drink.
could be like 6'7" heavyweight kickboxing champion of the world. We can't throw hands because I drank.
I can't drink because it hurts my stomach, and even if it could, it made me hella aggressive. Same with weed. It's not supposed to, but when I was high, I would get extremely fucking aggressive for no fucking reason. Weed is supposed to relax you and calm you down and like all this shit, but it never did.
Why does your body have the opposite effect to everything?
Huh?
Why does your body have the opposite effect to everything?
I don't know, okay?
Like, weed relaxes me. I'll be chilling. I don't even want to move out of my bed half the time when I smoke.
I've been on the call with you. You've watched me take edibles. They do fuck all for me.
That is true.
I've taken double what VGG takes edibles for pain. I take double what she take. I don't anymore because I did it a couple times just to see what the fucking effect would have, and nothing happened. She got high with half of the dose that I took, and nothing happened for me.
I'm gonna get you like the highest milligram I can find in an edible. Like, have someone make it themselves, highest level I can get, and I'm gonna feed it to you.
Well, her sister has friends that make these and sell these. This shit doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't do literally anything for me. Because when I was aggressive, I was on multiple things. I was drinking and smoking and shit like that.
We call that cross-faded.
What?
So we call that cross-faded.
Sure.
Crisscross.
So I don't know if it was strictly one thing or another. I was just always aggressive. Now, weed does nothing for me. I can't handle the smell of alcohol because of the GERD. So, it's fun. Nothing fucking works. But that's where we're gonna end it.
Yes.
Hope you like both of us being back, you know, after a week of just me. Hope you guys didn't hate those videos too much.
Dysentery!
Hope you guys have a great day or night, depending on what time you're watching. And if today's your birthday, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. I didn't come up with a thing for this one.
No, you didn't.
Happy welcome back. I'm back Monday.
You're so self-centered.
That's what we said at the beginning of the video. Happy guess who's back Monday. I don't remember what I normally say. Bye.
Like and subscribe if you like this. Have a safe flight home. We'll see you next season.
I do say that.